Once again, my little stars, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's episode, we will be continuing Open Roads and hopefully finishing it. In the last episode, we actually found out that our that our grandpa is not really our grandpa. Possibly it might be the first lover of our grandmother, and currently we are at the boathouse they both were going to spend their life in. So, without further ado, let's figure out who this gorgeous ass lady is.
Wow, this is from when Grandma was really young.
Oh!
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen this one.
You look a lot like her.
Really? I always thought I looked more like my father.
Maybe you were just imagining things?
Oof.
What? Oh, you mean because he might not have been my father?
Maybe.
I suppose I can see the resemblance now that I think about it.
You have her smile.
Aww. That's a cute compliment. And Granny is like, whoa. My goodness. Okay, what's this? Read. I was surprised to receive another letter from you so soon. A houseboat, it's a romantic thought, living right on the water. But don't you suppose it might be a bit small for both of us and 2 children, including a teenager? Couldn't you have written to me before making this decision? We are still here waiting for the heat to die down. While I'm excited to start our new life afresh, I have begun to rack up worries. How will the children react? Will all they've already been through? What do you suppose my parents will think? And just us disappearing? My poor mother. She's already lost a son-in-law. Won't people come looking for us? Are you sure there's no other way, Helen?
A letter from Grandma!
Can you imagine if my mother had actually moved us up here to stay?
I'd be Canadian.
You wouldn't even exist.
Whoa. What?
Well, who knows if I would have had a daughter if my whole life had changed back then. I certainly wouldn't have met your father.
True.
Wow. So, this is like looking into an alternate reality. I'd like to live in another reality.
Like what?
One where we're really rich. One where you and Dad were still together. Now, let's make her laugh, possibly.
One where we were really rich, and you could fix up the Andromeda and make every play there amazing?
Tess.
And we could keep Grandma's house and make it all perfect, like better than it's ever been?
There's no way to that reality from here.
You never know. Alright, wait. Open cabinet. Sir! The magazine of men. Gentlemen. October 1968. A 12-page pictorial on the girls of Iceland. Novella Istanbul by Night by Kamikaze. Author Richard Volpe, Winter Campus Fashions. Gentleman interview director G.R. Ritter. Fiction by Rick Baker Norris and Robert Duarter. Humor by Hall Quinn and Ken McKay.
Wow. Cool.
Tess, don't touch that!
Why not? It's just as grimy as anything else in this boat. Plus, I want to find out what the Winter Campus Fashions were in 1968.
You don't know where that's been.
It's literally been right here for 30 years.
I mean before that. Like...
Never mind.
Never mind. And I think it was fringed jackets.
The Winter Campus Fashions in 1968?
And patterned tights. But really? Put that down.
Yes, ma'am. Alright. Closing this and not... This is so sad that it dried up, because think how gorgeous this entire place will look. Jesus. Wow. That's so cool.
Boy, really getting into the sea captain persona, aren't we? Did the boat ever even leave this dock?
Nope, I don't think so. That is actually so sad. Like, this has so much potential. Oh, good morning. That's cute. Okay, let's check the downstairs. That I'm not allowed. Great. But there is a downstairs, and we didn't know that until now. So. Whoa. It's also locked. What? Okay, well. That's fabulous, because now I don't have any idea where to go. Okay. Climb up the ladder. There must be something that allows me to descend on this side. Yes! Let's go. Hey, there's actually... Just like Silent Hill, just like Swamp of... Check out those trees! Just like
Silent Hill.
Yes!
What?
Oh, it's this video game we played at Francine's house. It's a horror game. She really likes that stuff.
Seriously, Tess?
Me
You're
too.
thinking about video games right now?
It's foggy in the game.
Oh.
And a lot of monsters coming after you. Like, I don't know, I really enjoy horror games. I think they are super fun. But sometimes I don't have the heart for it. However, if you would like to see more horror games content on my channel, then let me know in the comments down below what you think about it. If I should do it or if I should stay up in my lane. Alright. Goodness, this is awesome. What is this? Ledger. Open. Groceries, Charlie's, supplies for the girls, groceries, boat supplies, Charlie's, cash, debts, poker, lunch. Okay, so that's kind of like his... Oh, wait. I saw Hey Mom. There you go.
Boy, he really burned through it.
I can't imagine just spending $40,000 on nothing.
Well, some of it was on this boat.
Yeah, seems like he really loved it.
Can you imagine Grandma living here?
Can you imagine August living here?
Maybe then she would have been a famous painter, because she would have, like, had to paint a bunch of stuff to make it less ugly.
For sure.
And you and Grandma would have had to fish every day.
This is a very tempting scene you're painting.
I'm imagining something like Little House on the Prairie, but on a boat.
Little houseboat on the river?
Rolls off the tongue.
Oh my goodness. She's like exactly what I said. Coffee. Not exactly what I'm looking for right now. Ooh. Okay. Robbers hit again in Porton. Local and state police are looking for a group of thieves who made off with an undisclosed amount of cash taken from Clayman clothiers in burglary Saturday night. According to the state police, the men broke into the store around 1:20 a.m. They dismantled the store safe, taking the money back before fleeing. There were no witnesses. We're encouraging local businesses to deposit all cash to their banks at the end of each business day, said Officer Randall Western of the Porton Police. Until the burglars have been apprehended, it's too risky to leave any money in the store overnight. Michigan State Police have set up an anonymous tip line for any information of the identities of the thieves. Why would he have
The burglary ring! Mom, Grandma's boyfriend here was a bank robber. Why else would he have this?
Maybe my mother sent it to him.
For what?
To keep him abreast of current events?
Oh, come on, Mom. Grandma had a thing going with a bank robber. How cool is that?
Well, okay, they didn't rob any banks. It was the jewelry counters at department stores and things like that.
Department store robber doesn't quite have the same ring to it.
And it wasn't robbery, it was burglary.
What's the difference?
A robbery is when you take something from someone under duress. A burglary, you take it when they're unaware. I think.
You think?
Listen, it's been a while since I've brushed up on my criminology.
And why are they so sure it was men?
What?
It says the men broke into the store, but there were no witnesses. So how do they know it was men?
You're thinking lady robbers.
Like Catwoman.
I like it. Very cinematic.
Do you think Grandma could have helped?
Are you seriously asking if I think my mother was an accomplice in all this?
But was she?
Why not?
She had 2 kids at home, and I just don't see it.
Seems like there was a lot about Grandma you weren't seeing.
Excuse me?
Sorry, Mom. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, you know, maybe that's what she wanted me to think. I didn't know about Pierre, after all.
Oh my god. I just love how Tess has absolutely no filter whatsoever. Okay, nothing here. There's a bell that I wish they would allow me to ring, but... There we go. Now that it's open now. Now that it's open now. That is such a funny... Okay, sure. Pick up megaphone.
Attention, every... Oh, man, what? This doesn't work. Should have seen that coming.
That's kinda sad. Pick up lighter. Pick up flashlight. Okay. Pick up wine bottle. I mean, honestly, I kinda even forgot what I was looking for. If I'm not wrong, I was looking for a crowbar. No crowbar to be found, though. Oh! What's this? Read. Please don't go on about the silly ideas in my head. My concerns are far from silly. This affects all of us. You see, we'll have everything we could ever hope for. But I'm not the one who decides to run off across the border and have a silly little Helen pick up her entire life and her children's life at the drop of a hat to follow. No matter how much money was involved, I hope for things that money can buy. Treasured friendship I've held since I was a girl. My relationship with my parents and siblings. Satisfying work where I get to help people. My children to grow up in the loving company of their grandparents and their friends. These are the things you ask me to give up. And for what? Isolation, an unfamiliar place, a leaky boat? Money to spend on what? What does it matter if everything else is lost? Helen.
You tell him, Grandma.
Yeah, not one to mince words.
All those years of writing advice columns paid off, I guess. Kinda nice that she was thinking about you guys, too. Not just uprooting your life, dumping you in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. I can't imagine what it would have been like to grow up here.
You'd have to learn French.
Sacre bleu.
Oh no, it's already happening.
Oh my god, I love their humor. It is so cute. What's this?
Damn, 40 grand.
We've definitely found our man.
This must have been from when he drove up here. Imagine spending $6 on a steak lunch.
Or $7 for a tank of gas.
Did people just drink more back then?
Yeah, I think so. but this is a lot, even for 1968.
My goodness. And right now, if you're trying to eat like at a steakhouse, it will casually just be like $50 for just a little bit of a steak, some side fries, and a salad. Ding. Received from Miss Pierre Lautrec $3,000 in exchange for the houseboat.
$3,000? For a houseboat?
Are you saying that's a lot or a little?
A
These
lot.
are like $1968, right? I mean, $3,000 then is probably like...
Let's say maybe 10,000?
$10,000.
Yeah, probably around that. Maybe even more.
So, what else could you have bought for that much back then? A car? A nice car?
Probably. Maybe.
Yeah, so this crappy boat for the same amount you could buy, like, a sports car with? Seems like a lot.
But you can live on a houseboat.
You could live in a sports car if you don't have a very high standard of living.
Yeah. Much higher standard of living on this rotting houseboat.
Oof. There it is! Ah! It took so long to find it. I don't understand how I didn't see it. My goodness.
Wow. That is a lot to spend on whiskey.
$45?
A lot for back then, I mean. Whiskey was more expensive then, too. Plus, judging from the state of this place, this was probably a reoccurring order.
Jeez, slow it down, Pierre.
I don't think he was handling my mother's change of heart too well.
With this amount of booze, it doesn't look like he was handling anything too well.
Listen, let's just get back to it. It's cold in this busted old boat.
Yes, ma'am. Your wish is my command, because I got the key. Let's go. Unlock. Okay, this was his office. Interesting. Anything else important? Okay. Nothing there. There's something there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there either, really. Okay. Pick a mug. Pick up the cigar. And let's see. Rita. I received your latest letter. This is my final response. You say you did all this for me, but you didn't. Everything you've done, you did it for yourself. You were the one who was unsatisfied with our home, our income, and always wanted more. You were the one who made the decisions to get more money through reckless, illegal means. You were the one who decided to run to Canada to save your own skin, without even telling me until it was too late, to do anything but follow along. I'm not following along anymore. You say these are your kids too. Of course they are, but they're my children as well. I'm here with them every day, comforting their grief, trying to console them over the loss of their father, trying my very hardest to keep up the ruse. But I'm getting used to it, used to doing this on my own, used to speaking for myself, to living this new life. I'm regaining my footing in starting to feel okay. You say you'll do whatever it takes to make me happy. That you'll give me everything I've always deserved to have. I don't know who else to tell you this, but I think you already have. All I want now is to be left alone, free to live this new life by my own means. Do not contact me or my children again. This is over for all of us. I think we were happy at once. I hope you find happiness again. Helen. Ooh. Oy. So I guess that's it.
Grandma had enough time on her own. Without Grandpa, without Pierre. She realized she liked things better that way.
Can you blame her?
No, not at all. It was her chance to have her own independence. And who would want to give up their whole life, everything they know, just for some guy and some money?
People have done worse for less.
Yeah, but Grandma had a pretty good life, didn't she? Her advice column, her art, her kids, her house. Maybe she just needed a little time to herself to realize how good she had it.
True. Sometimes that's all you need.
This could come in handy.
Looks like a mailbox key.
Didn't we see some mailboxes up by the gate where we came in?
Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Alright, we are finished with this boathouse. Which, truly speaking, it is so sad. Because look at it. Look at it. It is so beautiful and it's huge in space. Tell me you wouldn't like to live on this boathouse. Because not only that you can travel all over the world with this boathouse, but you also have no limits. It's great. I really like it. Jesus. It's sad that it got abandoned. There we go. Here they are. Open mailbox.
Looks like Pierre tried to mail this, but he messed up the postage or something. Let's crack this bad boy open.
Wait, opening other people's mail? I don't know, Tess.
Oh, come on, Mom, live a little. Pretty sure the law frowns on breaking into people's houseboats, too. If this guy was your real father, you're his next of kin, so it's fine.
Oh, come on, Mom, live a little. We've already come so far. We can't just stop now, when we're so close to the truth.
I suppose you have a point.
Let's
you.
see what we've got here.
Return sender, not such an address, move unknown. Okay. This. To whom it may concern, I now confess my culpability for a spate of burglaries which resulted in the theft of almost $500,000. I have worked as a property inspector of Gein County for over 10 years. At a poker game in 1966, I was approached by a man interested in trading blueprints and my knowledge for cash. He and a few others targeted department stores and other businesses that carried large amounts of cash overnight. This relationship developed and I became more and more involved. I was given 10% of the proceeds from the robberies in exchange for information on how they could evade detection from the store security. As time went on, the stores they chose to hit became riskier and riskier. I had no way to back out of the arrangement as they had threatened not only my safety, but that of my family's as well. Seeing no other option, I falsified the death certificate with papers I lifted from the county office. I left my wife and my daughters to cross the border under an assumed name, giving them instructions to follow me. They never did, and I regret having asked them to. What little of my stolen profits remain, I have destroyed. My wife Helen knew nothing of my crime until it was too late. She only went along with the story of my death because she had no other choice. She is innocent. My decision to involve myself in this series of crimes was mine alone. I ask only that you leave my wife and daughters alone. That is my confession. Leonard Lambros. Wait, is that the grandfather?
So Pierre was my dad?
Oh,
He wrote this whole
no.
confession, but it never made it. It's been here ever since.
I can't believe it.
Well, it says right there.
No, I mean rhetorically, Tess. Jeez.
Right.
So my mother wasn't having an affair at all. Or whatever this would have been.
Not except with Grandpa's secret identity.
So my father hadn't died. When we thought he'd had a heart attack, he was just here, on this dock. We never got to know him. He was just a car ride away. August and I suffered over something that never even happened.
Yeah. I'm really sorry, Mom. For your whole life, you'd thought your dad had just died, and you had to live with that. That really sucks.
I can't believe I can't believe he just abandoned us.
At least now
All
she
this time,
knows.
he was here. He gave up his family, his children.
For an old boat and some booze.
I wish I could have talked to him. Just one more time. And my mother living a lie for the rest of her life. I can't even imagine. I just wish I could have talked to her about it. While she was alive.
Wish you could have been there for her. Wish she could have trusted you. Wish it didn't turn out this way.
Wish it didn't turn out this way?
Yeah. If we could have just... She didn't have to carry all this alone. I can't believe she would do that to us, lie to us, her whole life. Why didn't she say anything? Even when we were all grown up.
Maybe she was trying to protect you.
Yeah, maybe. August was so little. But I was old enough to know the truth. I just wish we would have talked.
Makes sense.
So, that's it? He spent all his money, tried to send this confession, and disappeared, and he never came back? Do you think he could still be alive?
I don't know. Honestly, I honestly don't care. It doesn't really matter, does it? Either way, he's gone.
You don't want to keep going? Maybe we could find...
No, I think we found enough.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Mom.
He pretended to die. But he really just left me, like everyone else.
I didn't leave you.
Well, maybe not yet. But your dad...
I thought you said you were the one who kicked Dad out.
Pum pum pum.
I mean... Well, it wasn't quite like that. I guess... Listen. I'll give you the full story in the car. I'm freezing out here.
Yeah, me too.
I'm excited.
Tess, thanks for doing this. For coming with me.
Of course.
And for pushing me to find out what happened.
Just doing my job.
I know I haven't been the best mom lately. But I am so lucky to have such an incredible, kind,
Oh, Mom.
beautiful, hardworking...
Stop. You'll make me cry.
Aww.
Just such an amazing daughter.
I love you, Mom.
Aww.
I love you too, honey.
So happy for them. Adorable. I'm happy they say might fix the relationship. And also, holy moly, who would expect the grandpa was? He did some very bad things. Goodness. Alright. Right. That is the direction.
Hey, Mom. I was thinking about something. I wonder what Grandma would say about all this.
Good question. What do you think?
I don't think she'd be too happy. Now, girls, I hid those private things away so people wouldn't find them. I don't know why you couldn't leave well enough alone. Well, if you didn't want people to find it, maybe you should have gotten rid of it. Well, okay.
True.
Maybe I did want you to find it. A little bit.
So you asked about what happened with me and Dad.
Uh-huh.
Well, your dad, you know, was always looking for the next thing. Always had a new idea to try that was gonna fix all his problems, our problems. And for a while, it was the video store. And then that sales thing, and then he decided that he was gonna be a professional poker player.
Is that what you meant by full-time gambler?
Yeah. I mean, not really a gambler. He's not playing with his own money. It's all tournaments and stuff. They're playing as a sport.
Oh. I know.
That's insane. Didn't anybody tell him the house always wins?
Oh, I did. But this isn't playing poker against the house. It's against other players. There is no house. Believe me, I heard all his justifications. There were plenty.
And even though he's been gone for a couple years, he's never told me why he's really out there. Why wouldn't he tell me?
Maybe deep down, he's not so proud of it.
Maybe he just didn't want to tell me till after he'd hit it big? So he chose right when Grandma really started getting sick and we moved in to take care of her to go off and follow his dream? He must really like poker.
He likes it. But I wouldn't say that's the real reason he left. The split came at a really hard time. The theater was doing worse, and I was spending all my time there. Then your grandmother started really declining and needed more and more help. I think when I decided we needed to move in with her to care for her, well, being a full-time caretaker for his mother-in-law was not something your father ever signed up for. So he left for Nevada. He wanted to stay married. Said we could make it work. But by that time...
It was already over.
Yeah, exactly. I realized that this was a pattern that would never really end. Do you blame me for ending it?
No, I get it. You needed his support, and he just ran away. Kind of forced your hand.
Yeah, kind of.
That sucks, Mom. But I do miss him. I'm sorry for buying the tickets.
Oh,
I should have talked to you first. I guess I thought, I don't know, that Dad, explain everything to me in a way that made sense, and that he was living some great life out there.
no, you shouldn't apologize. I'm sorry I didn't tell you earlier. I guess I was embarrassed. That I would have married such a ding-dong. Professional gambler. I didn't want to have to say it out loud. But I guess you can't keep running away from your problems forever.
Now I have these tickets and I don't know what to do.
I think you should go.
To Reno?
Yeah. I think it would be good for you to hear his side of the story. We may not always get along, but he's not a bad guy. And you guys have a good relationship. You should spend some time with him. I think it'd be good for both of you.
Are you sure, Mom?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, I like this. So cute.
But it's not over Thanksgiving, right?
Oh God, no. And Miss August mac and cheese? Fat chance. I'm proud of you, Mom.
For what?
What do you mean, for what? You're kick-ass. How many moms would stop packing up their house to drive their daughter all over Michigan to search for a family secret? Or run their own business, run a community theater? That's pretty cool.
All right. Maybe not the brightest idea from a financial perspective, but it is pretty cool. Thanks, honey. That means a lot. And speaking of businesses, that's pretty impressive that you made enough money to buy a plane ticket.
Yeah, it's exciting that people are willing to pay me to design websites.
Well, I've seen what you can do, and you do a great job.
Thanks, Mom.
I'm serious. When I saw your web stuff, I mean, I don't always know what I'm looking at, but I know it looks good.
Thanks.
An artist's eye, just like your grandma.
And my mom. But maybe it skipped over my aunt.
Come on, her painting wasn't that bad. Well, I guess I always imagined that you'd go to Ford like Grandma and me. It's silly, but it's not fair of me. God knows I didn't do everything my mom wanted me to do.
Like seeing Kurt?
Yeah, exactly. Amongst many other things. But yeah, it's hard to let go, to see you as an adult, and not just my baby girl.
Mom.
You were so cute back then. Even cuter than now.
Stop.
And you had the biggest head. Everyone said it. Everyone said, that's the baby with the biggest head.
Bowling ball head. The bowling ball baby.
Yep. And it was all your dad. On my side, we all have perfect, tiny little heads. Like golf balls.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you think about the whole August thing?
Moving in with her?
Yeah. I guess it's a big decision, moving to Chicago.
Yeah, that's putting it mildly.
Would you want to move in with her?
Oh. At least now she's asking for her opinion, which is quite nice. But
I'm not sure. What about the Andromeda and Francine? It means starting over, kind of.
Yeah. But it could be nice to get a fresh start. We've been through a lot of big changes this year. You've been through so many big changes. But I mean, we're making it work. And whatever we decide, we can make it work. I'm confident in that.
Yeah. Me too.
We should call August
Me
and tell her
three.
about all this.
Oh, hey, August, guess what? Our dad really is our dad.
You can sleep easy. We're not French-Canadian after all.
woohoo!
Whatever we end up doing, I'm just glad. I'm glad you're with me.
Yeah. Me too.
And that was it, my little stars. That actually was a really nice game and a cute story. My god. I don't know, I truly was expecting for like the grandpa to really not be her grandpa, but the plot twist that he actually was part of the robbery is like, pew. Like what the heck? Grandpa is more deep in that. But yeah, my little stars, that is it. Another series finished. Oh my goodness. And the reason why I say another one is because you will see on Friday what I'm talking about. But yeah, that is it, my little stars, for today. I really hope you enjoyed it. Open roads. And yeah. If you enjoyed this and would like to support me, please hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to see whenever I upload. I love every single one of you that come across my video, and I hope I'll see you on the next one. Bye, my little stars!